All right. I think it's time to get this damn thing cracking, don't you? Let's turn the music down in the background a little bit. Gonna untether my microphone. Such a great song. And what's great is I'm not monetized, so I can play whatever music I want. Whoop, whoop. Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, I'm back for yet another running of the Old Humble Distilling Company Quarantine Happy Hour. This is episode number, what would it be? 80. 4 and 4 is 8. Episode number 80, baby. And we're back. We're back. We're going to have some good nonsense in today's episode. Good nonsense. Something I've been thinking about a long time. There's good nonsense and there's bad nonsense, but we'll get to all that crap in a minute. Not gonna worry too much about that. Let's have our opening shot, shall we? Since it's happy hour, we have a drink because there used to be a time when we would go out and do things and see people and talk about stuff. But we don't do that anymore. We can't do that anymore. We have to stay home and we don't get to see people. When we do go out, we have to keep to ourselves. This is our special reserve, Old Humble Distilling Company special reserve whiskey, aged 5 years in new bourbon barrels, finished in new 5-gallon barrels, bottled at 90 proof and made right here in Humble, Texas by the Old Humble Distilling Company. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, lift your glass for our opening shot. Cheers. Damn, that is fine. Fine and tasty whiskey. First off, see that handsome devil in the opening slide? Let me flip back to that handsome devil. Look at this man. Fade back to the opening slide. Look at that handsome devil. Except for the beard, that fella still works here at the distillery. Look at this handsome fella. Look at this handsome damn devil. Like this way? Yeah. Which way am I facing? That way? It's still me, baby. Yeah, look at that. Fade back. Yeah, there you are. Oh, yeah, baby. But we're not going to do that hat. We're not going to do those shades tonight. We're going to do, we're coming back. Hang on. Get me back to my, I got to put on my eyeball so I don't go blind from the lights and my bright future. Bright future. Oh, goodness. Congratulations, Miss Tifa Tiddlywinks. You have a gig tonight. Okay, so our guest tonight was going to be, so here was the plan. I go to Omegle. I find a random person, a rando off the internet, and I have a quick conversation with him like, hey, you want to come on the show? Show's on Thursday. Show's Thursday, 9 o'clock Central Time. Come on the show. So I flip through a screen, 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 and I come to another screen. This is like my fifth try, fifth person, fifth successful chat. One person was just somebody went, oh, and switched. One person was a blank screen. One person was a TV screen. So it was like their computer, their camera looking at their camera was looking at a TV screen that was on like the snow. That was weird. So then the next person, the fifth person, it was just a plate with a plastic fork and a knife with peanut butter, and the camera was pointed at this plate, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. So I was like, okay, I'm in. Let's find out what's up. I wait for a minute. I call out to the dude or chick, whoever it was, and then turns out it's this kid, like 19-year-old kid, comes back. He's got a pair of scissors in his hand. He's like, I didn't know I left it on. He comes back, a pair of scissors and shaving cream on his face. This dude was shaving with a pair of scissors, shaving his face with a pair of scissors. Like the scissors were open, like he had them opened up, and he was doing this. I was like, dude, razors aren't that expensive. You can. Anyway, he was going to be my guest because I wanted to talk to him about that shit. But he's not my guest tonight. As you can see, it's me solo talking about good nonsense tonight. But that's going to be the third thing we talk about. So Omegle was the first thing we talked about. I'm going to come over here to my list of stuff to talk about and check. There's my intro. There's the Omegle bullshit. I'm still not 100%. I am going to do a show. I'm going to do a show on here. Probably not live because there can be penises on Omegle. I know this. You know this. Everybody knows this. But I'm going to do a show just doing, like, I'll record the Omegle interactions as we go through. And of course, I'll edit out the penises. But that's going to be that is a carnival freak show of epic proportions if I've ever seen one. Absolute carnival freak show. And it's going to be a hoot. So I will do that on an upcoming episode. That's going to be an upcoming episode. We're going to do that. I'm going to write that down. Omegle Freak Show. That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that out one of these days. Okay, so this is right off the bat, right? First thing first, we get stuff in the mail. Like normal people, we get stuff in the mail. Stuff we get in the mail, though, comes from other YouTubers, other distilleries, other I got some stuff from Uline. Uline is packing and shipping, office, back warehouse stuff. We're working on a cool new product that requires all that stuff. But this is the thing that we got in the mail. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-da-da-da-da. Make sure I'm not showing off the address, so I don't want y'all going and stalking on these people's houses. This one came from the 21090 guys. 21090 Brewing. Go check out their channel. It is in the description of this video. YouTube.com/C/210. Actually, it's 21090. 21090 Brewing. There it is. Now it's in the chats. Okay, so I won a thing. They sent me the thing. Honestly, I don't remember what I bought. What I won. It was some kind of beer, I think. We're gonna find out. This is like Christmas all over again. All right, so we got a drum roll. Hey, Christopher, can you play the drums over there? Can you? That's right. I don't have a band leader named Christopher. I don't have a band or a band leader, so Christopher doesn't exist. Real quick, housekeeping. Oh, I forget to do the housekeeping. I always forget to do the housekeeping. Please subscribe and press the notification bell for our YouTube channel right there, down below. See it, subscribe, press the notification bell. If you're seeing us on Twitch, big hearty thank you to the folks over at Cabin Fever Livestream for hosting us. Subscribe to their channel, subscribe to our channel. I'm the Old Humble guy. Friend it, follow it. I'm not sure what the technical terminology is. I'm going to start playing Apex Legends live on the Twitch. And reposting it over here on the YouTubes because I understand that Apex Legends is like Fortnite without the building, and I kind of got tired of Fortnite. Played a really long session of Fortnite, and then they changed it with Avenger stuff and special things and all the blah blah blah, all this other crap, and I was like, whatever. But Apex Legends is supposed to not be that, so I may be playing that. So big thanks to the folks over on Twitch who are following along and watching us. Subscribe to the Cabin Fever Livestream Network. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, right down there. And if you go look in the description, you will see on our capital campaign that we're doing on Mainvest. You know what? I don't have a drink. The capital campaign that we're doing on Mainvest, where you can help to be a bad influence with us and actually invest in the distillery and make money back off of the distillery as we grow. That's a really cool opportunity that we were able to share with our fans and friends and family. So get in on that. It pays a pretty hefty interest rate, but it is 100% worth it because it gives us a chance to grow 10 times more than we otherwise would have. All right, so there's all the housekeeping. Thank you very much. Subscribe and notify, bell, and all that crap. Anyway, now for the unboxing. This from our friends over at 21090. We won a thing, and I don't remember what the thing was that we won. I think it was a type of beer. But we're going to open up this really cool, finely wrapped package from the United States Parcel Service. Okay. You ready for this? We have paper. Awesome. We have paper. And like, for real, this isn't like I've opened it and now I'm looking at it and opening it again. This was, ooh, okay. A couple of out of order beers. Cool. We're gonna explore this real quick. Oops. What else we got? We got another baggie of 3 more. Cool. Okay. What else we got? That's it? Yeah, that's just packing baggies. Cool. Okay, good. All right, so our friends over at 290. This is what we won a few weeks back on their show. Dun, 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 dun. We have Out of Order South Bend Shovel Slayer American Sour 5.8% alcohol by volume, brewed by Bar Brewing in Cambridge, Maryland. Cambridge, Maryland, a town known for its rabid St. Bernards. True story. Cambridge, Maryland has the highest concentration of St. Bernards with rabies in the entire country. It is understood to be something north of 1% of all St. Bernards in Cambridge, Massachusetts, or Cambridge, Maryland, have rabies, but less than 3%, somewhere between 1 and 3%, which, by the way, is double. It's as much as double and is sometimes 10 times as much rabies as can be found in the St. Bernard population of any other community around the country. That is a fact, as far as you know. Okay, so this is also Out of Order cider, the Leprechaun Bait. It says keep cold right there. I did not keep it cold. I can keep it cool. Keep it cool, man. It's all right. American Sour, 1 pint, 4.5% alcohol by volume. Also, Cambridge, Maryland. Okay, what do we got? I think we got a 5-pack of American Sours. I want to drink one, but they're not cold. They're all warm. I guess we'll just have to drink it on another show. This is easy on this. I'm going to be coming on the 21090 show in a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll drink it on their show. That'll be fun. They'll drink my whiskey and I'll drink their beer, or the beer they sent me. This is another American Sour, the Out of Order. They're all the American Sour. Easy on the soda, Out of Order, American sodas. That one's wet. Where's leak? No, I don't think so. I think it's just condensate. There's some kind of leakage in the bag there. I think it's just condensation because none of these are opened. Huh. Yeah, none of these are open. I think that's just some kind of condensation. Okay, so this is Snoop-a-Loop. This is Captain Berry. And Easy on the soda. All right, so there you go. Is this the one that was wet? Yeah, that's the one that's wet. I'm going to re-put these into a dry bag. These 3 were the ones that came out of the second bag. I'm pretty sure it was just some kind of condensation. These cans are not, looking at the cans, they are not ruptured in any way. All right, this is going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy drinking these. Thanks, guys, over at 210. Todd, There we go. Put those in a safe place. Make sure they don't fall over. Todd, we'll be seeing y'all in a couple of weeks, I reckon, and we will be discussing the brewing and distilling arts, and we will have all kinds of tons of fun. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so unboxings are always fun. Feels like Christmas all over again. And over here, I'm going to mark off my unboxing. Boop. All right. So there you go. It is quarter after the hour. Time for a station identification. Can I do it? Will I be able to do the station identification? Let me see if I can get the uh, see if I can get this done. We're going to take a moment to have an ad break. Cheers. Bear with us. Come on. All right, so that was dreadful. Yeah, I can't. I apparently can't play that video. I can't play that video during the show. And one of those cans is definitely ruptured. Somewhere there's a small leak in one of those cans because my whole desk is now sticky. But that's no problem. They all felt pretty full, so I will be chilling them and drinking them quickly. They may not last all the way over to the 21090 show. Um, all right, so cheers everybody who tuned in. Sorry about that nosebleed of an advertisement. We'll do the Ad Twins ad next. Maybe that'll work, maybe not. I don't know. Give me a chance to reset and do some stuff over here. Okay, so today I was lucky enough to be able to go to the grocery store. I had to go pick up some fixins for a gumbo that I was making, and I'm quite proud of myself that I didn't murder anybody today at the grocery store. Came close a couple of times. Let me tell you, people, y'all got to figure out, not y'all, obviously y'all watching, y'all are decent people watching, but yeah, these people at the grocery store, they got to figure out how the hell to do stuff because you can't sit there in the damn doorway and do your sanitizer stuff. Move off to the side. Let other people come through the damn doorway. We've got our sanitizer. We're all ready to go through. And you know what? These aisles are not made for standing around. Doorways are not made for standing around. Jesus Christ, people, move. What the hell? We're trying to stay 6 feet apart, and you're taking up the whole damn walkway. The walkway's 6 feet wide. Get out of the freaking way. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get the blood pressure down. So I didn't like going to the grocery store to begin with. I didn't like going to the grocery store when the air was not poisonous. I didn't like going to the grocery store when you didn't have to stay 6 feet away from people. I'm perfectly happy staying 6 feet away from people in normal situations. But you know what? You know what? And you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. And I'm happy that I was able to get into the grocery store. I'm happy that I was able to get the fixings for my uh, gumbo. I was happy that I was able to pick up the rice that we need for a super secret experimental whiskey that we're trying to work on at the distillery. I was happy to be able to do it, even if that woman just simply would not get out of the way and could not push her damn cart in a straight direction. Oh my God, she was weaving all over the place. I swear she was. If she was driving a car, I'd have said she was drunk. She was. I swear to you. Grocery stores are not my bag. That's not it's not my main obsession in life. If I could avoid a grocery store for the rest of my life, I would do exactly that. Um, I get zero joy out of going to the grocery store, but I was able to get some supplies. And one thing that I needed to get was a jump drive so that I could send it to one John Evans, who will be recording a show, a 30 to 45 minute uh, concert for a product that we have coming up called Old Humble Date Nights. I'll talk more about that on next week's show, but this week's show you only get to know that it's a thing that exists and it's here in the world. You don't get to know what the hell I'm talking about, but you will. I'll make sure you know when it comes time. I am turning on the program here so I can watch. Hey, Moose Gal's here or was here. Hey, cheers, Moose Gal. Your comment did not pop up here on my main screen, but I see you now. Cheers, Musco. Okay, so next thing. The primary thing I wanted to talk about. This is the thing that I can jabber on about for a while. Good nonsense, bad nonsense. There's all kinds of good nonsense out there. This what we're doing right now. This is good nonsense. Me bitching and moaning about the grocery store, us having a good old drink. Uh, One of these days I'll tell you about my past life, what I did before I became a distiller with the Old Humble Distilling Company. I guess as the Old Humble guy, I'm the spokesman for the Old Humble Distilling Company. That other guy, the one who wears the polo and the baseball cap, he's the one who is the distiller and all that shit. He's very tame and straight laced, and he only tells dad jokes. He doesn't tell the bad jokes. He shaves. He wears, you know, he wears shoes. Like this degenerate, he goes and wears shoes. Um, he's the good one. I'm the one who gets into all the trouble, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to get into the trouble. I'm here for the good nonsense. Is this on crooked? Wow. Okay, that's good. I don't know if that logic will fly if I ever get pulled over, but I'm going to do my best. Sound off in chat. I would like to. I'd like to say hi. Sound off in chat. I want to say hi. Okay, so talking about good nonsense. So that's the good nonsense. The bad nonsense. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so everybody, obviously, you're on the Facebooks. Well, you're on the YouTubes at least, and you scroll through the YouTubes. It's real easy to find the bad nonsense on the YouTubes, and it doesn't seem like it's bad nonsense to begin with. Like Bigfoot hunting and ghost hunting and all this other. When I was a kid, the big conspiracies were JFK conspiracy. Uh, the moon landing conspiracy always popped up. Like, did they fake the moon landing? And it was a lively debate. But normal people knew no, they didn't fake the moon landing. Obviously, they didn't fake the moon landing. They spent all the money. They spent as much money as it would cost to send a person to the moon. It would have been silly to spend all that money on something other than going to the moon. Um, like there were the silly nonsense conspiracies. The JFK conspiracy, you could think about it, but when you actually looked at it, it's like, nah, it was just a remarkable set of circumstances. But I guess there were other conspiracies when I was a kid. I mean, the stonemasons conspiracy theory bullshit of the stonemasons and Illuminati that ran everything. Jesse Ventura, he started this with he started really pushing this whole uh, conspiracy theory of how, oh God, what was it? The people who got together after World War II to set up a monetary system and da 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 da, which wasn't really a conspiracy as much as it was just like obscure parts of history that most people didn't really know about, and that's just how things were. And we were like, oh, okay. Once you actually learn the facts and the story, and you're like, oh, that's actually kind of remarkable. That's not some shadowy behind the scenes conspiracy bullshit. That's just how things are. Okay. Um, but Jesse Ventura, I think, may have started us down this path from good nonsense of just harmless conspiracy silliness to the bad nonsense of flat earthing, anti vaxxing, and uh, uh, Jesus, what else? Crystals that make you feel better and Homeopathy. Oh, of course, homeopathy's been around since forever, but geez, it got really, really, really exciting in the 90s and 2000s. And I mean, it doesn't help the internet just kind of finds your one dumb conspiracy theory or your one dumb nonsense theory that you've got, and then it attaches that one dumb theory like, oh yeah, Bigfoot probably does exist in Oklahoma. We should have a Bigfoot hunting season in Oklahoma. Duh. And then they're like, "Oh, so you believe in Bigfoot? Well, what do you think about the aliens? Oh, you believe in aliens? Well, what do you think about the government conspiracy? Oh, you believe in the government conspiracy? Well, what do you think about the one world conspiracy? Oh, you think about the one world conspiracy? You think it might be because they're hiding the flat Earth? Oh, and if you think about it, they're hiding the flat Earth. Well, what do you think about the chemtrail theory? I don't know. You think about the chemtrail theory? What do you think about? Oh, they're just trying to keep you blah 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 blah. And next thing you know, you're stomping around the Capitol like a fucking moron, doing dumb shit. Look, what I'm trying to say is Wayfair is not smuggling children. Jesus Christ. I can't even believe you have to, something like this needs to be said out loud. Wayfair is not selling children in online, disguised as uh, bookshelves or lamps or whatever. That was the plot of Happy, the Netflix not even Netflix sitcom, the Netflix action dramedy, I guess. Happy, where the dude was could see the little blue unicorn horse, imaginary whatever, imaginary friend. That was the plot of TV show, people. Wayfair is not selling people. God damn it. Gotta have a drink. Hang on. Did we freeze again? It is real easy to look at me frozen on the screen and say, see, that's the internet trying to make you broken because, of course, because obviously, but it's not. It really isn't because whoop, see, there I am. All it is my uh for some reason my OBS is shit in the bed with my HD webcam. And I don't know why it's still frozen. I unplugged it just now and it's still frozen. So we're just not going to worry with that camera for a while because my computer is having a problem with that camera. Um, but you see, here's the thing: it's earthquake cam because this one's like right on my desk. So we get earthquake cam. That's kind of cool. So anyway, what was I talking about? I'm watching me. I'm watching the earthquake cam on my monitor down here in front of me. So, so I need to be careful not to lean on my desk. Anywho, so yeah, that's the difference between good nonsense and bad nonsense. Bad nonsense is the nonsense that sends you down the path, rabbit holing yourself into all kinds of silly little pretzel twists and upside down shapes. That there are no aliens visiting Earth. I mean, I hate to be the one to shed the light of this news to you, but there are no aliens visiting Earth. The math does not work in the favor of humans being visited by aliens. The math is opposed to that happening. Um, if you look at the descriptions of alien aircraft coming to Earth, there's like landing lights and all this shit all over them, and they've got like blinking lights and stuff like that. If you look at an airplane, like a regular airplane, like 747, 757, 707, whatever airplanes that fly. Those things, they don't have like giant flashing lights all the way around them. They have lights that tell other craft that this is the left side, this is the right side. They have like landing lights in the front so that they can see the runway. That's what they have. That's it. There's like communication lights and stuff like that. And interstellar or interplanetary or whatever UFO, they wouldn't have to have all that shit. So why would they have red lights and blue lights and notification lights and runway lights and landing lights and all that shit? They don't send that. We don't put that stuff on probes that go to Mars. We don't put that stuff on probes that go to the moon. We don't put that shit on the satellites that we send just to our own neighborhood. What makes you think aliens are going to put that shit on their planes that they're sending all the way to Earth? That they're going to go check out this planet that's like, I don't know, a few thousand years in their future when they get there. They're not going to check that shit out, or they're not going to put that shit on spacecraft because. So like, okay, calm down, Brita. Calm down, old humble guy. Settle down. Have yourself a drink. Freaking nonsense is what it is. So vivid imaginations yield fanciful ideas of just silly little nonsensical stuff like that. But that's okay. There's, for the most part, people thinking like aliens come to visit Earth is nonsense, but it's harmless nonsense. That's fine. But now, when you cross that line of thinking, well, aliens have come to visit Earth and they're hiding that fact from us, and they've used that technology to, Men in Black shit, and uh, well, because the government's hiding it from us, obviously they're a malevolent force. So obviously, we're all going to get together and storm Area 57, Area 51, Area 52. What's that area called? Area 57. We're going to go with Area 57. We're going to go storm that Area 57 bunker in the desert because that makes all the fucking sense. Well, now you've kind of crossed the line from innocent little nonsense to, okay, some people may get killed. And people getting killed is usually a bad form of nonsense. You don't want that kind of nonsense. I'm all for the kind of nonsense that sends people into a fountain to go swimming on the college campus because, you had a couple too many Zimas or something, and, maybe that's dating this particular reference, maybe. But what I'm saying is, nobody died when we went into the fountain. When people, though, some sources allegedly went into the fountain at a university in Houston, university in or near Houston. Nobody died. Nobody died. Nobody even got hurt, for that matter. So what I'm saying is, yo, Jorge, we are. Is it okay? Is it Jorge or is it George? Because I've known people who pronounce it both ways. Let me know in comments which one it is, please and thank you. Anywho, yes, I'm back. I'm as I also say, I'm back, baby. We're talking about good nonsense, good nonsense, the kind of nonsense that nobody gets hurt, nobody gets hurt, nobody dies, nobody ends up broken, nobody ends up breaking other people. Maybe somebody goes to jail, but only for a few hours. That's what I'm saying. Not like not for a long time. Uh, okay, so I ask which one it is, Jorge or George, and he says whichever one it is whichever one I feel is right at the time, which leads me to believe it's probably Jorge. Uh, Jorge most of the time is my hunch. Mm. So tonight's drink of choice is the Old Humble Distilling Company Special Reserve Whiskey. Our Special Reserve Whiskey is made from 90% corn and 10% malted barley. It's aged 5 years in used bourbon barrels, bottled at 90 proof, finished in 5-gallon bourbon barrels, bottled at 90 proof, and made right here in Humble, Texas. In fact, we have a new batch of Special Reserve that was just put on wood today. No, yesterday. Just put on wood yesterday, which means it will be ready in the next 4 weeks. So it should be ready right by the third week of February, which means we'll be bottling that shit up and sending it out to our distributor right at the end of February, and it'll be going into stores at the beginning of March. So you can look forward to that because I'm going to be spending almost all of February selling the hell out of that stuff and getting it out off store shelves. In fact, let's look at my handy dandy calendar right here. Where are we at? 9:35, 9:36. Okay, we got time. My handy dandy calendar says I have tastings on the 5th, 6th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th of February. We will be available for tours starting, I want to say, I hope, by late March. We have this capital campaign that we are running right now. We are right at 30% of our campaign minimum goal of $50,000. We are at $14,400 last I looked this morning. When I looked this morning, we're at $14,400, and we're about to start doing Facebook ads and social media advertisements through the Mainvest platform, because we're past the 20% mark and we can start doing that. And Jorge, you will be able to buy it right from the source, because starting on February 1st, we have a really cool new product. I will be talking about that. Well, let's see here. February 1st is Monday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, February 1st is Monday, so I can actually start talking about that right now. So what we're doing is Old Humble Date Nights. Old Humble Date Night is a box. Inside the box, let me see if I can get my lovely assistant to bring me a box off the dining room table that we have here. I'm going to send a quick text to her. Can you bring me a box from the dining room table? And see what I can do now, because she's not looking. She's probably not even watching. She's working on schoolwork right now. I'd be like, woman, if she sees this, she's gonna kick my ass. Anywho, but anywho, she is my lovely, wonderful assistant. She'll bring that to me. Okay, we'll talk about that when I get that to me. But anyway, she is such a doll. Look at her. I can see her through the window right there. She's going to bring it to me. And I'm also going to ask her to turn on the fan, because it's hot. Smoking, sizzling hot. Okay, so what was I talking about? The bad nonsense that gets people killed. We don't want that. We want the good nonsense that just gets people like momentarily inconvenienced. That's the word for it. No permanent record shit. No permanent scar shit. Maybe if it's a permanent scar for yourself. My lovely, talented, beautiful assistant. Could you be so kind? Could you be so kind as to turn on the fan?
It is on.
Oh, holy Christ. It's hot in this place. It's hot up in here. All right, look here. This is the Old Humble Date Night right here. In the Old Humble Date Night, you've got, it's not quite finished. This is kind of a prototype. In the Old Humble Date Night, you've got look at that. You got a bottle of our whiskey. Oh, y'all haven't seen the new labels either. Look at that beauty. Look at that beautiful new label. Look at that. Da-da-da-da. It is purple, and it is gorgeous. Anyway, in the Old Humble Date Night package, you've got a bottle of whiskey, a couple of cans of Canada Dry. There will be a couple of limes for your cocktail. There will be a cocktail card, and there will be the link to the show. So you have cocktails and a show. You've got to provide your own dinner. I'm not going to cook your own dinner. But they'll provide a link to the show, which you'll be able to access here on our site. The lovely and talented Ryan Adam Wells, who has appeared on our show earlier in the quarantine run, has appeared on our show twice, as a matter of fact. Jorge, email me that contact. That is good news to have. But he will be doing the first set of concerts for us. I've got a commitment from who else do I have commitments from? I have a commitment from a DJ who does EDM. I have a commitment from John Evans, and I have a commitment from who's the other guy? The Whiskey Brothers. They're going to let me look at one of their comedy shows that they did recently in Louisville, and we'll see if that is a format and show that is applicable to the application, complementary to the application for which we're going to use. So you'll be able to have a choice for your date night. So the bottle's $30, the show's $20, and the cocktail fixings are free. For the first 25 or so, it'll only be available to pick up at the distillery, but for people who are watching, we'll figure out a way that we can ship them if we need to. They'll be available for local shipping here in the Houston area because I can put them in my car and drive them to your house. But for outside the Houston market, we are working on a solution for that. So stay tuned and be patient. And shoot me an email. We'll see what we can do. Good nonsense. See, good trouble, good nonsense. That's the kind of stuff we do. Okay, so that is our Old Humble date night that we're working on, and I'm very, very excited about that. That goes live on the 1st. We have a whole set of ads and stuff that we're going to send out about it, and we're gonna do it up nice for Valentine's Day because people. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being cooped up. I'm getting tired of it, and this is a cool solution to that problem where you don't have to go to the show. We can't do the show at the distillery. You can't go to the show at the distillery, but maybe we can bring the distillery to you. We can bring you. Those 2 cans of Canada Dry and that bottle of whiskey are good for at least 4 cocktails. And then after that, you just drink it straight out of the bottle. No straw required. Just pass it back and forth between you and your lovely date. Responsibly. I'm saying responsibly. Y'all are both on the same quarantine. You can do that just fine. And then, you turn on the show on the YouTubes on your smart TV, and you get to watch either a alternative folk country, rockabilly performer, rockabilly guitar singer songwriter, comedy group, or EDM. I got another one that said yes. No, I think those are the 4. Those are the first 4. I'm working on a burlesque show with the lovely and talented Tifa Tiddlywinks and the Dim Dam Dames troupe. I'm working on another burlesque show with a group out of California. I am working on oh, holy crap. I've got like a list of 9 or 10 people that I'm trying to get shows from that we can. So as this grows and as this gets more popular and more accessible, I figure we've got a good 9 months where we will be pushing this particular package, and we'll see how it goes. It'll be kind of cool. What else do we got going on? I'm going to start doing movie reviews on the show in the next couple of weeks. So next week, but we'll talk about next week's show now. Movie reviews will be coming in about 3 weeks. I may start doing my Tuesday, Thursday shows again, but for now, I'm cool just kicking back and doing a Thursday show. We've got a lot of work we're doing in the first half of the week between boxing and bottling and labeling and merchandising on the 6th of February, that first weekend in February. I am doing a history of whiskey symposium at the Octavia Fields Library here in Humble. You can find them on Facebook, Octavia Fields Library. The link will be on my Facebook page. The link will be on their Facebook page. I'm going to tweet it out. I'm going to tweet it out, email it out, email it out. Wow, that was weird. That was a weird inflection. Tweet it out, email it out, probably put it on the Instagrams. Not sure how we'll do it on the Instagrams, but we'll put it on the Instagrams. That box is open, and it's just a lovely package. It is just an absolutely lovely package. Look at that. The purple filler. Look at that. That's just a lovely package, isn't it? About a dime for every time somebody told me that is just a lovely package. I'd be able to buy like a Starbucks coffee, not a whole Starbucks, but just a coffee. Anyway, okay, so that's all the stuff. Next week's show, next Thursday, It'll either be next Thursday's show or the Thursday after. I'll have my first craft distiller joining me on the show, the Left Turn Distillery out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Left Turn Distillery out of Albuquerque, New Mexico makes the last bourbon that I bought before the apocalypse. Um, uh, Outside of a couple of standard Kentucky stuff. This is the last craft bourbon that I bought before the apocalypse started. We bought it back in March, almost a year ago. I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to open it with good friends and some good stories. But I finally said, you know what, fuck it, we're just going to open it on the show with anybody that wants to join us. I will give away a bottle of whiskey at the next week's show. I don't know if it'll be one of mine or one of theirs, but I'm going to ask them politely if they would be willing to give away a bottle, and we're going to see how big of a crowd we can get. We'll do a drawing of the people in comments. We'll do something like that. And if it's not one of their bottles, it'll definitely be one of my bottles. We will give away at least a bottle of Special Reserve. So how about that? So tell your friends, tell your families, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. Tell your enemies and make them friends. How about that? We'll do all that. So that'll either be next week or the week after, depending on their schedule and whether or not they can do next Thursday or the Thursday following. But one last thing about the good trouble, good nonsense, and bad nonsense. So the good nonsense, the bad nonsense. Actually, this is neither good nonsense nor bad nonsense. This is just some unfortunate rubes that got caught up into they did good work. I'm going to tell you this. They did good work. Good Reddit bros, y'all did good. Y'all did good work. You bankrupted a hedge fund. And before you get all upset and frustrated about the hedge fund bros, the hedge fund bros are going to do just fine. They've got their money. They got paid. They're fine. It's the hedge fund itself that's bankrupt. The hedge fund itself is the thing that went bankrupt. The hedge fund bros, they're not bankrupt. They're fine. They're just going to have to go home with their millions and millions of dollars and reorganize and figure out a new place for them to go. They'll be fine. Don't worry about that. But let's talk about GameStop real quick. So what happened? So what did happen? What the hell happened? Oh, thanks, Jorge. I just saw the email pop up. Garçon, garçon, garçon. Je veux un verre de vis. Eau de vin. Eau de vin? Yeah. Je veux un verre de eau de vin. I think that's whiskey in French. Eau de vin. I know that's whiskey in Gaelic. Anyway, doesn't matter. Me and my French. Okay. So what happened with GameStop? What the hell was going on here? So what I've read, what I understand, what I believe to be true, I may be incorrect about this. Feel free to correct me in the comments and in the chat. So there's this Reddit forum called Wall Street Bets. The Reddit forum found that this hedge fund was heavily shorted on GameStop, and they were going to make them pay. Okay, so GameStop, for one, it's an old model of a business where the technology and economy have moved on past their business model. It is what it is. They're the Blockbuster of video games right now. They're on death's door, but not because of anything they've done. You can download games from Steam, you can download games from Xbox, you can download games from PlayStation, you can download games from Nintendo, you can download games from Microsoft. You don't have to physically purchase software anymore, ever. You can get it. You can get all that shit downloaded. And GameStop buys old games, sells new games, sells used games. They're a great place to dump your games and buy new ones. You sell two, buy one, whatever. They have game tchotchkes and things like that. They're an old style business, and they are on the way out. It's not going to be for another probably 15 years if you have a capable asset manager who can blah 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 financial terms. But see, here's how companies, like there's a lifespan, should be a lifespan of a company where they're started, they grow, and then they become a mature company that's not growing anymore but is generating cash, and then the job of the board is to harvest that cash and send it back to shareholders and basically run the company until it's dead, mature until it's matured to the point where it's no longer uh, a viable asset. It happens. It almost happened with Hostess. Hostess was going to die, but the hedge fund bought, or not the hedge fund, the investment fund bought Hostess and then revitalized Hostess and brought out some fresh new products, and it still became a company for a little while longer. That's how these companies kind of extend their lifespan. A little bit of innovation, that's fine. What was probably going to happen with GameStop was this hedge fund was heavily shorted, and when GameStop finally died, they were looking forward to GameStop dying in the next 5 years, probably. When GameStop finally died, they were going to cash out, buy the bankrupt asset, do some stuff with the stores, pile it up with a bunch of debt, send it back out on a new IPO under a revitalized brand or some shit like that. I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. The bros over at Reddit, the Reddit bros saw this opportunity where this hedge fund was heavily leveraged into the shorts. So what they could do was they could drive the price up a little bit, force the hedge fund to buy shares to cover their short position. And a short position, I'm sure you've seen it described several times. A short position is a promise to a promise to sell the stock at you. You borrow a share now and promise to sell it later. So you're looking forward to it going, reverse that. You promise to sell the stock now, or you sell the stock now with a promise to buy it later. So you're looking for the price to go down, so you buy it later and sell it now. It's ass backwards from a normal standard put where you buy it now and sell it later. You're selling it now to buy it later. That's how it works. That's the mechanics, the function of it. Anyway, so if the price goes up, you lose a shit ton of money. So that's why they were looking forward to this place probably going bankrupt in the next 5 years. It was probably 10 or 15. I'd be surprised if I'd be definitely surprised if my son goes to college and GameStop is still there, or GameSpot is still there. Doesn't matter, whatever. So these Reddit bros drive the price up. Now the losses for the hedge fund is like growing from a couple billion to a few billion to several billion. Like it moved up to, when it got up to like $400 a share. GameSpot is a $2 stock. $2 stock. They drove the price up to 400. Well, they didn't drive it up to 400. They drove it up to about 150 to 200 or so. The hedge fund had to buy shares to cover their short position, which drove the price up even higher. The ultimate end result was that this stock was up to like $400. The hedge fund got fucked, baby. They got fucked hard. Hang on, let me do this with a glass of whiskey. The hedge fund got fucked, baby. They got fucked hard. Shit, I gotta explain this in 5 minutes. Okay, so what ends up happening, the hedge fund goes bankrupt because they owe more money than assets that they have to cover it, right? Their client's money is still safe. They're broke. The hedge fund is broke. The hedge fund bros are fine. The hedge fund itself, the business that manages all this stuff, is broke. The investments that their clients have made are safe. They're going to get sold off to some other company. That's fine. It's just the company managing this stuff is shit broke. So now you've got a whole bunch of people, you and me people, not me because I'm not that dumb, but you and me type people who own $200, $300, $400 stocks. Maybe they put $150 into the stock. Maybe they put 200. Maybe they bought at 200. They've got worthless stock. The stock is worth $2. They spent 50, 60, 70, 80, 150, $200 maybe on stock that's worth $2. If the platform had let this thing continue to trade, these people would have lost their fucking shit. They would have lost. I mean, $200 to a hedge fund bro is not a lot of money. $200 to a hedge fund bro is like what they spend on a watch. $200 to me, that's a lot of money. $200 to you, that's a lot of money. $200 is, I mean, $200 could be like, I mean, you go to Whataburger and that's like $9. So $200 is like 20 Whataburger meals. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 times a month. 5 meals, 4 times a month. That's a lot of money. That's the kind of that's a summertime electric bill in Houston. That is a uh, that is a cellular phone bill for a family of 4. That's $200 is a trip to the movies for a family of 4. What? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, that's close to $100. Um, $200 for a normal human being is a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money. Um, and these guys, if it was left to stay on the platform, they could have lost their shit. At least they're allowed to unwind their position. They're allowed to unwind their position, which is great. Hopefully, they're getting the last market value when they unwind their position, so they can sell whatever it is for $400. Hopefully, hopefully these people aren't stupid enough to stay in until trading opens back up. Because when trading opens back up, the price of the stock is going to go back down to $2. Hopefully you're smart enough to get out of your position. So, hello, McFly, hello. That's a 1980s reference. Um, so that's the human side of this bad nonsense. Well, that's actually probably good nonsense. Uh, don't think for a second that any of this money got to GameStop. GameStop didn't get any of this fucking money. All of this money went to the brokerage, the market makers, the people who sold the stocks. GameStop didn't get a fucking dime. They didn't, unless they sold treasury shares at $400. But if they were selling when that price was going up, that price would not have kept going up. That's not. I don't think for a second that that's what happened. I've worked at companies that had relatively small numbers of shares on the market for their market capitalization, where a fluctuation of the value made a big damn difference in the value of the company. And I saw this company go from $8 to $24 over the course of a month, and I mean, the whole place just blew up, and everybody, and the CEO called us all together to a meeting and said, somebody's trying to do a pump and dump scam. Don't buy into it. Relax. Everything's going to be fine. As soon as people start selling, the bottom's going to fall back out of it. And everything was fine. We were cool. Um, I did sell a little bit to get a new TV. I needed a new TV. Our TV crapped out. It was timing, but it was only like I mean we had employee stock options at the time. Blah 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 blah. So I think I only sold. It was, back in the day, it was like 30-inch TV. Get this, a 30-inch TV used to cost like $350. 30-inch TVs. Now, 60-inch TVs cost like $350. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy times we live in, people. Crazy damn times. Anyway, so don't think for a second, not even for a second, that GameStop got any of this money. The people who are being frozen out of trading now, that's fine. You don't want to buy GameStop at 400, 200. I think it last close was at $200. You don't want to buy GameStop at $200. GameStop is a $2, $3 stock at best. Relax with the hyperventilating. Oh, this is the free market, only works for rich people. Blah 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 blah. They're freezing it so that poor people don't lose a month's worth of Whataburger. Um, Calm the fuck down. And hey, if you've got $200 to piss away on GameStop stock, you've got $200 to put into a mighty fine fucking distillery that makes mighty fine fucking whiskey. on our main vest page, you can put that $200 to work, and that $200 will get you $28 every single quarter. You know what $14 every single quarter. You know what $14 every quarter gets you? Like three Starbuckses. But you know what it gets you? Every 6 months, that's $28. $28 every 6 months is a bottle of fucking whiskey. There. See? You get $200, put it into a distillery, you get a bottle of whiskey every 6 months. Every 6 months you get a bottle of whiskey's worth of repayment. That bottle of whiskey, hey, you can savor it. It's not going to last you but about 5 or 6 days because it's really delicious whiskey, but you get a free one. Well, it's not free. You get one paid for with your investment every 6 months. And you get that for 7 years, baby. I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for, to be quite honest. I don't understand what you're waiting for. We're at 14.4 right now. We should be at 25 or 26, quite honestly, is what I'm saying. We should be way higher than we are, is what I'm saying. And y'all should be doing it. Y'all, the people in internet world who are watching my wonderful, delicious whiskey show. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. It is officially 10:02 according to my phone, which means we are 2 minutes over the desired show length. I'm going to give my thank yous. Thank you to Moose Gal, Jorge. Who else do I see on there? 21090 Brewing. Looking forward to coming on your show. Left Turn Distilling. Y'all will be coming on the show in a couple of weeks. Tifa, congratulations for having a gig tonight. I love you. I truly do. I'm looking forward to having you back on the show. Jeff with a G, I know you're out there watching. Cheers to you, brother. I'm going to get you back on the show in the next couple of weeks, probably 3 weeks. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe we will record a show next time I'm in Austin. That'll be fun. Ooh. There's a really cool burlesque troupe in Austin that is all dudes in drag. Maybe we could do booze with bitches or whiskey with whiskey queens. Oh man, that'd be a fun show. Drinks with drag queens. God, we could do all kinds of fantastic stuff. God, I got to reach out to these guys. It's going to be a fun show. Anyway, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, thank you so much for coming on the show. Be careful of the bad nonsense. Enjoy the good nonsense. By all means, live life to the fullest. Grab it by the horns and just enjoy the shit out of everything you do because you only get one chance to do it. Sometimes opportunity knocks twice, but seriously, when opportunity knocks, go out, reach out, and grab it. And just grab it, and I'll bring it real close to you and squeeze it real tight. Because with your other hand, you got a glass of whiskey. Cheers, everybody. Good night. Be awesome. Drink humble. Cheers. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Old Humble Distilling Company's Quarantine Happy Hour. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting that button there on top. There's a video over to the left, a playlist over to the right. Maybe it's to the right and to the left. I can't remember. And then there's another video down there at the bottom. Cheers and good night. And thank you so much for tuning in. Catch us on all the other social media networks.